Good Thursday evening, West Michigan. A pretty easygoing day here at home. Some varying cloud coverage, but we're ending the daylight hours with a pretty beautiful sunset, and we'll carry on some easygoing weather into our Friday. First things first, high temperatures today, mostly settled in the lower to middle 30s, just a couple degrees below where we should be here on the now 26th of February. Yeah, we are in the home stretch of the month. Sunday marking the 1st of March. But again, a couple degrees below average here at home today. And we've been slightly below average the last several days, really since the beginning of this past weekend. That was coming off the heels of a stretch of above average warmth. In fact, some temperatures well above average when we had those 50s and 60s. But numbers the last several days, just a couple degrees below average. But we'll rebound back on the warmer side of things as tomorrow goes on. That's why our 13 weather ball is solid red with warmer temperatures ahead. You can see that setting sun glistening off the weather ball, and we'll be quiet over the next 24 hours. 13 weather ball brought to you by LaFontaine Ford of Grand Rapids. Everyone enjoying a nice setting sun. That's going to occur within the next 15 to 20 minutes. Of course, we got to go to the lakeshore. It's our best picture of the setting sun here in Grand Haven. A couple people right at the lakeshore about to snap some pictures. That's for sure. A nice view there in Grand Haven. Temperatures tonight, we're right around the lower 30s still here at the 6 o'clock hour. We'll fall off a few degrees tonight, but that south and west wind will keep the numbers in check. And once we get into the daylight hours of tomorrow, as the south and west wind picks up, we'll see those numbers climb into the 40s, even cracking 50 degrees in our warmest spots. We'll say, because of the wind out of the south and west, those that are near Muskegon to the north, more of an influence off the cooler waters of Lake Michigan, you will be slightly colder compared to our warmest spots from roughly Holland, Grand Rapids, Ionia to the south, where we'll climb into the lower 50s. To the north of that line, mostly in the 40s, because again of that influence off of Lake Michigan. The wind will pick up somewhat tomorrow. We'll see a few wind gusts in that 30 to 40 mile per hour range, at least for a few hours tomorrow afternoon, so a bit breezy. But all in all, a pretty quiet 24 hours ahead of us. Some snow to our north is peeling off to the east, not in our forecast. Our focus is this cold front way back in western Canada. That's going to swing through tomorrow night into early Saturday. And that's why, well, our hint of spring only lasts one day, because we see those numbers fall off through the 30s and eventually into the 20s by the end of Saturday into Sunday. And yes, we do have some snow to contend with later in the day on Saturday. So our Friday is quiet, partly to mostly sunny sky. Yes, it's a little breezy, but a nice end to the week. Saturday, there it is. You can see that wind direction, the arrows switching back to the north and west. That's that colder air mass settling in, and we'll see a brief swath of snow work its way into West Michigan tomorrow, or I should say Saturday afternoon into Saturday evening. The snow itself doesn't look heavy. The rate of snowfall doesn't appear heavy, but definitely will be some light to moderate snow for a few hours Saturday afternoon and Saturday evening before this peels out of here Saturday night. We're back under dry skies on Sunday. As for snowfall, this is not a major system by any means, but we may squeeze out an inch or two of snowfall, especially near that I-96 corridor. Just something to keep in mind if you have out and about plans late in the day Saturday. Otherwise, we kick off March on the cold side, yeah, in the 20s, but we do warm up nicely as next week goes on, and to the point where we'll be well above average by the end of next week into the following weekend. And also there's a signal for above average precipitation, meaning with the warmer than average temperatures that are likely, we would probably see rain than any winter precipitation. Your 13 on your side 7-day forecast. It's just that time of year as we round out February heading into March. The ups and downs, a hint of spring tomorrow, colder winter feel for the weekend. And Juliet, you can see those numbers gradually warming up as next week goes on. Yeah, I think we'll at least be in the 40s by this time next week, if not even for some, back into the 50s.
I see teens, 20s, 30s, 40s, and 50s on that forecast.
Pick your number.
Thank you, Blake.